Want to add some light to your Snojoe? Stay tuned. I'm gonna show you. No, I wish I had a little cutout in an intro or something, but I don't, so whatever. So I believe it was almost 2 years ago when the original lights on the blower cut out. So then these are in the automotive aisle of Walmart. This one took a crap. This one still works, but either way, I mean, on camera right now they look bright, but it would be helpful, but just not helpful enough. So before I button up the bottom, I want to show you what I did. Let's turn them on. Now this is, I believe in the end, it's about an 18 watt LED bar. It was originally on this snowblower, mounted here, and I'm going to do a how-to on all I'm going to add another light up there originally, and I actually got these to go up there, but these fit nice down here, and I figured, you know what, this one on this blower just was not enough. That and this would get, being I'm usually shoving that in snowbanks all the time. This one I use for downtown businesses where it usually doesn't get that deep. Sometimes it does, but at home it gets that deep, and this in here just get packed full of snow, and really in the end it got to be kind of worthless. But I figured, you know what, I could really use some extra light on the Snojoe, and I just can't even focus because it's so bright. And actually, instead of just like this one, lights that are way behind you, they're kind of worthless. I mean, they help out a little bit when in a dark situation, but I want light out front. So originally on these, the ones I replaced up here, I took this all apart. It was a little tricky, but it worked, and just tied in with the wire that was already running up there. But this time, instead of running basically a wire from that and then all the way down, I figured, you know what, the switch, which is right over here, has to run through here, and that's switching power to run up to your light. So why not see what's going on underneath here? So this was pretty easy. Just a bunch of screws, pretty easy. Put them in a tin so you know don't lose them. What I figured out is it's helpful to take that off, but obviously this is the power, then this is the switched power that goes up to the light. So you do not need to, whoop, here we go. You do not need to take that bar or this little circuit off, but this was helpful, excuse me. Take this off to give you some play with this wire. On this side, this is the ground side, this is the power side. What we need obviously is a ground. We'll fast forward or rewind a little bit. Actually, what I should show you, which I forgot to do, is mounting. This was just a little single row LED bar. Was it 6 of them in there? What I ended up using was a bracket off. This is what's nice when you save everything. Some little L bracket that was for grill burners, I think. So I figured, you know what, I might use those someday, and I did. So can't see the screws, but obviously that's how I mounted it. The way this was, there was no way to mount it and not interfere with movement of the chute. So that's how I did that. These are a little 3M like cable organizer things, but instead of using the tape that comes with it, either the 3M or the Gorilla double-sided tape is really good. I'm gonna probably get another one to clean it up a little bit down here, but at least I got this one so that this stays out of the way of the rotating of the chute. And then following existing wiring, so back on the back side, following existing wiring, coming where the other wires come in, and ran the ground. That's where I grounded it on this one. Where you're going to tap into your power is this. That's why when you take this off, it's actually the black. It's white coming on, it's white coming out of this side, and then it's black going to the original light. Whatever. There's a nice little connection here where if you strip away the heat shrink or whatever it is that's on here, there is a nice little cutout or groove where you could take the strip wire, stick it in there, wrap it around, tape it, and we're back to being secure. And at least I didn't strip off the protection on both sides there. Just needed to tap in for power. If that's on your model is not there, you're gonna have to strip away a little bit, and you separate the wires and fish it and wrap it, and however you want to do it. You could cut it and splice it that way, but I really don't like that. This way, at least, if I want to undo this, all I gotta do is undo the tape, pull the wire out, put some more tape on it, and you're good to go. So before I put the back cover back on, just kind of wanted to show you that was really easy to do. If you need adding lights on the Snojoe, we'll see how much this drains the battery. I got a 5 and a 4 doing 3 to 4 businesses, and usually, unless the snow is deep, sometimes I can do 3 of them on that one of those batteries. But this year's been pretty deep, so I've been burning through those batteries pretty quick. Usually it's daytime, but at night, sure, it'd be handy to have some extra light, see what I'm doing. So I thought it was pretty easy project. Add some light. Do be careful at first, making sure your battery cover was all the way up, because when I took the screws out, it still didn't want to come off, and I didn't realize that this flap battery cover was open, and it was hiding 3 screws underneath. But otherwise, this has been really simple. The cover goes back on, you'll fish that one, that's where the wire fishes out there. I ran the wire then this way. You could have went straight across or something, but when I fold these or take the arms off, then that might cause a problem in the summer for storage. So that's why I decided to run it kind of there, and then want to run it with the existing wiring, and it should work out pretty good. So I am more than happy. That is going to be really awesome. So I don't know if there's any other questions. If you're looking for that light, I know I got that off eBay a couple of years ago for this snowblower. It says U-box on the top. I don't know, just look for single row LED strips or something like that. Obviously, you don't want the wattage very high, just because I don't know how much it's going to drain. Not like these 40 watt bastards, but figured the 18 shouldn't be too bad when I do need the light. And it shouldn't be too much of a strain on the system. This was actually, you're probably gonna whatever, but this was actually 18 gauge speaker wire. I liked it because it was blue and it matched there, and if you saw the wires that came out of that light, those were 18, 20 gauge, so I figured that was good enough. I didn't want to overkill it with the 14 gauge I had sitting here, and that was gold color, so it wouldn't match. So please, any questions, concerns, post them below and I'll try to get back to you. Have a good day.